Hi guys, and how are you? I just hope you are well from where you're watching me from. My name is Josephine and welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that we finally meet here again. And guys, this video is gonna be as direct as the title says. So guys, I'm going to take you through what a culture shock got me in China as first time being in China as a Kenyan. I know we have a very good number of people who have been in China, but leave that alone. This is my experience and I want to share it with you because I know somehow, somewhere, someone watching this video is gonna go to China someday. All right. So I was specifically in Guangzhou, China, and I had gone there for a business trip. And I think I believe the information I'm about to share with you on this video will be very valuable because whatever part of China you go, you will most probably meet either of the things I'm about to share with you. So my name is Josephine. If you are new here, I'm glad you happened to click onto this video. So if this is the kind of videos that you value or you happen to enjoy, it's the kind of tea I get to share with you. So please, you can go ahead and subscribe to this channel. And of course, I don't know why you shouldn't give this video a thumbs up. All right, so straight to it guys, so let's do this. So our flight to Guangzhou started at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, which took us approximately 14 hours. The reason being, we first went to Guangzhou. No, sorry, we first went to Bangkok for about 8 hours, and then we stayed there for 1 hour because other people were joining us, and then we continued our trip to Guangzhou, China. So the first experience when we first landed at Bayonne Airport was the temperatures. Of course, you may not feel the temperatures while you are inside Bayonne Airport because it is very well controlled, a very big airport. It was really beautiful. The airport is so beautiful and it had a lot of people. So the culture shock of seeing a lot of people at once, we usually hear there is a lot of people in China, yeah, in China, however you say it, in China. It was very real because we found a lot of people in China. And the first hit on us was the heat of heat, the heat of hot. It was hot. So I think it was about maybe 28 degrees. By the time that we were leaving Nairobi, we were told that the degrees goes up to 34 degrees. I don't know if we went to that extent, but it was hot. Okay, so I specifically I was living in Foshan. So Foshan, from Bayonne Airport to Foshan, it's about a 1 hour drive. We had transport organized for me and the other team, so it was easier for us to navigate through, and it was really fun. But as usual, traffic is there because we took I think if it wasn't for traffic, it would have taken us less than an hour for us to be at Foshan. All right, so once we get to our Foshan, once we get to Foshan, we were transferred to a hotel. That hotel, it was a four-star hotel, and I loved the experience in the hotel. So we had booked for bed and breakfast in the hotel, and the experience, the service was A1. Like it was the best, the best, the best. I really appreciate the team that took us there. So I was there to attend the 135th Canton Fair. And you guys, if I didn't mention earlier, Canton Fair is about it is expo, and it is a market of expo and imports fair, which happens 2 times a year in China, and people from everywhere in the world happen to meet there. So if you are anticipating person who's looking forward to enter into business production, industrial production, whatever kind of business it is, we have a room for you. So you can either go during April or October. So you guys who are asking me how I learned about this, how I learned about Canton Fair, I just saw one of them, a very most popular influencer. here in Kenya talk about it. And me in my mind, knowing that I have always wanted to be in China, I'd get the A1 services, I'd get to know, I'd go a lot of places, get to meet a lot of vendors and manufacturers, suppliers at the same market. I knew this deal was specifically for me. Everything matched into it, and I was like, I'm going to take this deal, and it was so worth it. So guys, so when I went there, um so that's typically it about the Canton Fair. And now guys, let's continue. Let's not get out of the point. This video is about the culture shock, the experiences I had in China. So first, let's talk about meals, because before you get there, the first thing that reigns in your mind is hunger. Hunger has no discipline. Everywhere you go, you need to eat. Okay, so typically their food is more of everything I've ever had in my entire life. I've heard about how they eat funny food. To them, it's not funny because that's their culture. But for me, it was really fun and funny at the same time, because I really got to believe what I've always heard about their food. And it's actually true. Although their food is mostly made of wheat, you'll find a lot of food made of wheat, baked food, boiled food made of wheat. So I personally got to enjoy their meals, and of course their fruits. They are there in bulky. So during my entire stay there, I didn't happen to miss any food from my country. I never missed ugali. I never missed how people say I miss ugali. I did not miss, my friend. Are we clear? I never missed either. I never missed either of that food. I was very comfortable in China, and I miss how I wish I could lengthen my stay, but unfortunately everything that has a beginning has an end. Okay, so I get to meet people who eat snails. Of course, there were snails. There were a lot of seafood, a lot of seafood. I mean, a lot of seafood that I've never seen. And of course, a lot of birds. There were a lot of birds that they eat, and it's kind of kept me really want to learn more about their food culture. It's very unfortunate that I never got a chance to try their street food, because from where I was, I never there was no street food. I only ate from hotels, and on this case A1 hotels, good hotels. I mean, 4-star hotels. That's where we had our dinner organized, good places. I really happened to enjoy the best food, the best restaurants in Foshan City and in some parts of Guangzhou. It was really that was among the fun part of it. So on to the next one, guys. I want to talk about their infrastructure, and then I'll put it together with their transport. So guys, let me tell you, China is clean. I'm telling you, China is clean, because in my mind I was like, I need to carry extra shoes because I'm not going to be cleaning shoes when I go in China. But shock on me, I'm telling you, shock on me, shock on myself, because guess what, in China it's so clean. It is I didn't see dust. There is no dust actually. The air is so clean. You drive in buses and of course in taxis, which are, most of them are electric taxis. So for them, they have embraced the electronic vehicles. And of course, the best part of it is that there is metro. Or metro is a train. It is an electric train that goes at a very high speed. The one I witnessed goes at 300 kilometers per hour. I'm telling you. So my experience with using the train, it was really top notch. So when we were at the first time, I was very hesitant to use the train because I felt itaniramba, or it could confuse myself. I might get lost. I'm afraid of getting lost, and that's how we get to learn new things. So the first time we used a train, we went with a friend, and then the next time I went with a friend, and we were able to maneuver. So it is very cheap to use a train, and of course it is very cost effective. We paid During the times that I used the train, I have never paid more than 150 to the longest distance I went. There is a lot of trains, and these trains get to interchange within intervals of maybe 2 or 3 minutes. There is a stop. People are right, others getting in. And in this train, people can stand. Actually, I can't remember a time these trains got full, because as long as people were seated, people were as well standing. The train was almost full to full capacity, especially during morning and evening hours. And apart from that, I happened to experience a bullet train. So I happened to go to Yiwu city, which is 6 hours away from Foshan. Is it Foshan? Yeah, from Foshan. I cannot remember that train. It was a southern train station. So it is about 6 hours from Guangzhou, and I used that electric train. And let me tell you guys, the services of this train, how it looks, how it have been made, I'm telling you, I felt as if I was in a plane. I felt like I've booked another ticket or another flight to you. It was top notch. It was A1. So the services, it was so clean, it was very fast. I really enjoyed everything about the train, the speed. And imagine, it arrived at exactly the time it read on the ticket. There is not even a single second that was wasted. It is very accurate and very efficient. For China, big up for that. You've made it very efficient for your people, and I wish our country could emulate that. Even though we are way behind, I know someday in future probably we'll get there, but that experience was worth those times. Okay, so that's more about their transport. About their taxi, now here comes the bad tea. So about their taxi, it is very expensive. Actually, going at a very short speed, they'll charge you a lot of money. Unlike here in Kenya, where you go at a short distance, you pay an Uber or Bolt or any other taxi. Most of the times you pay below 1,000. There you find that the least money you are paying. Actually, I found myself paying almost 2,000, 4,000. I remember I transferred from Yiwu Airport to Hangzhou Airport, and I paid 8,000 for a taxi. About 1.5 hours, 1.5 hours drive. I paid 8,000 Kenyan shillings. So that's about 400 RMBs or Chinese yuan. So guys, on that matter, let me touch about on the currency. So oh guys, I hope that noise from outside will not disrupt this video, because I want it to be as clear as possible. So about their currency, their highest currency is 100 RMB. 100 RMB. I want to convert that for you guys into Kenyan shilling. No, into dollars. Hold on there. I grab so guys, their highest currency is 100. It's 100 RMB. So if you convert that into dollars, I'm going to divide 100 0.7 divide by 7.2. So 100 RMB into into US dollars, it's about 13.8, because you divide by 7.2 to get that in dollars. So that's their currency. So the highest is 100. I'm sorry, I never happened to even have one note with me, but it's a bit, their money, it's good money. It's beautiful money. Money is beautiful wherever it is, and yeah. So guys, I have those things written down here because I don't wanna lose on I don't want to skip on any point. And guys, I mentioned there is traffic. There is a lot of traffic in China. So, and this is the reason to why I opt to use train, because with the train there is no traffic, and their trains are made underground. Especially the local ones that will take you around, you will never see light. They are always underground, and then they have levels of underground. They've been, how they have made those trains, they have been they are like 3 layers, like 3 floors of trains down there. And that's how easy it is to commute in China. That is, if you use metro, it is very easy for you to go through that. So guys, let me talk about this, because now this one is This one, I know it is most of your expectation, but it is true. There is a lot of language barrier. A lot of language barrier because a very small number of Chinese speak in English as to this day I'm making this video. So if you are going to China, make sure that you download a translating app. If you are using an iPhone, it already comes with us with that app. But if you are using any other phone, you'll have to download that translating app. It is very efficient. It have a two-way of communication. I can talk on this side, it translate, and then they can respond on this other side, and they can respond. It is as easy as that. So talk about the mini malls, the mini shopping malls, the common and the most expensive brands, food brands. We most of the times I found myself eating at McDonald's, KFC, Subway. All of those places are there. So in case you are not okay with taking the meals, this food can be ordered online. And how do you get to order this? So they have an app they use for making those payments, which is called Alipay. So you get, once you get in China, you'll have to register a new SIM card. In that, you can be able to load money into different type of money transfers, among them being Alipay and of course WeChat Pay. Yeah, something like that, whereby if you are accessing a train, you can use that to pay. Actually, unlike here in China that we use M-Pesa or to make payments everywhere, for them they use Alipay. It's an app as well, whereby you scan whatever it is that you want to pay. If you want to buy coffee, train, anything, you just scan. Okay, so you can use Alipay and you can use WeChat Pay to make those payments. About paying your suppliers or your manufacturers, now that one you get to agree, because some would prefer you pay when you're back here, and some will also agree the payments when you are there. So I opted to pay in dollars because I noticed if I convert money to the currency, there is a lot of money loss in between here. So I opted to do payments in US dollars, which was very efficient, and of course it saved me some dollars, unlike if I had paid with their RMB currency. I would have lost a few dollars here and there. Okay, upon the arrival to our hotel, we were able to buy new SIM cards. I cannot remember the name of that SIM card, but of course any SIM card, so far as it will be loaded with data and airtime, was okay. So we were first given, you get to buy a SIM card, you get to register for a SIM card, you get to change money, because of course during on the streets or when you're paying for small things, you cannot use dollars, so you'll have to change money to Chinese yuan or RMB. And immediately after that, of course, we were connected to Wi-Fi, but you have to know that you can only get to use this Wi-Fi only when you are inside the hotel. So when you go outside, you need data. And guys, guess what? In China, WhatsApp, Facebook, and many other apps that we use, many other apps that we use here at home, unfortunately, you cannot access them unless you have VPN. And the type of VPN they use, you have to subscribe to it. It is a it is a one-time purchase VPN that helps you connect to WhatsApp, Facebook, and all the other apps that you get to use when you are here. And apparently, I got to learn not all the apps that you use here are freely usable in China. So once you get there, you'll have to alternate. So during my stay in China, I mostly used WeChat. So okay, I've not as well, I'm able to use WeChat back here in China, but the only thing I've not tried is if it is register, if I can be able to register and transfer all that data to my Kenyan line. So I'm about to try that. I'll still try that and see if it is workable. Okay, so another highlight or another reminder, when you are traveling, if you're planning to travel, or if you are a traveler, you can agree with me on this, is that you always need to have extra money, regardless of your budget, how much money you are going to spend in the hotels and on your food or in all other your expenses. You'll definitely need to have extra money because of something called unexpected stuff which will automatically get into your way. You know, these unexpected needs may be in your taxi. Assuming you got lost, you need to use a taxi. I remember this one time that we went in the market, and because that area, only the locals were staying on that area, so we were unable to access a taxi. But the good thing is that we were able to use a bike. Of course they are bikes, so we used a bike which took us to a hotel, but it charged us a lot of money. So to avoid such scenarios, and of course you'll find people who want to help you, others don't want to help you, so make sure that you have make sure you have means to get you from this point to the other, or a mean of communication. Another thing that really made me excited is how Chinese old people drive their bikes. Like, everyone is having a bike in a highway, in a zebra crossing zone. Everyone was having a bike, electric, or actually everyone was having a bike. Like, moving around China is very easy because you don't have to own a car. The minute you have that thing, you run very fast, you will escape from traffic. It was really amazing. I really love China. I really love that experience in China. So guys, what else did I leave this? I think I've talked about the most common. I had them written here, so I'm reading. I'm reading for them because I didn't want to lose on something. So if I haven't mentioned anything, or is if there is something that you experienced in China yourself, if you've been there before, please don't feel afraid to go on the comment section and get to share that with me. I believe I haven't shared everything. Those were the most common culture shocks that I experienced in China. And of course, if you are going, if you're looking forward to going China, as I told you, they said the temperatures are a bit high. But when we got there, it started to rain. I don't know if it started to rain or if it was raining before that. But make sure you carry yourself a sweater like this one. Carry yourself a warm sweater, because I really suffered in finding myself a sweater. I found out there they sell very light, like sports jackets, or rain jackets, very light. So, and for me it didn't work. So make sure if you are going there, regardless of the weather, carry yourself a sweater. You never know. This is called weather forecast. That's how they call it. So it's not the actual weather. So make sure you carry yourself an extra sweater. And of course, what else? I think that's the most important things, and that was easy enough, good enough to help us navigate through the time, all through the time that I was China. Okay, so let me know if you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please go ahead and subscribe to this video or give this video a thumbs up, which will help me so much in pushing this video towards to be seen by other people who may be interested in going to China, or who are planning to go to China. This is a very good video for preparation for that. And if I left something behind, please ask me the question at the comment section, and I'll be glad to answer you. All right, so guys, that's been all for today. I just hope you enjoyed, and until next time, ciao and take care.